Did you roll it? Mm-hmm. Okay, here we are. Woo! La 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 la. Hey guys, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. I'm 1 week, a little over 1 week, out of surgery, and I'm feeling great. Kind of. So most of you probably know, or actually you might not know because I didn't make this very public, that I tore my ACL back in January. I was dancing and a man fell on me. It's a long story, don't ask. And so I had to fly home to Washington for about a month to get surgery. I dreaded this experience because I'm scared of hospitals, I'm scared of needles, I don't like blood, I'm very active, so the thought of having surgery and being confined to this chair for 2.5 weeks was just not that exciting to me, and I know that the recovery process is even longer than that. So yeah, these last couple months have been kind of a struggle getting mentally prepared for the surgery, but I am excited to say that it wasn't nearly as bad as what I thought it would be. Considering this was my first time going through a surgery, I feel like I did pretty good, and it was not as scary as what I made it out to be, which I think goes for a lot of things in life. We think of like the worst possible situation and scenario that could happen, and then usually 90% of the time it never happens like that.
It's surgery day, on the way to the orthopedic clinic. Honestly, the worst part about this is I can't eat. I'm starving right now. I really want to eat some food. I'm walking up and down the stairs a bunch of times because I'm not gonna be able to do that for a while.
The worst part for me before the surgery was getting the IV put in my hand, simply because I don't like needles, but luckily it was very quick, they were very nice, and I was laying down, so there was no chance of me passing out.
Just got the IV put in my hand. About to go under. I hope this anesthesia works because I do not want to be awake for the surgery.
I was also really freaked out about going under and being on anesthesia because I kept thinking, what if they put it in me and it doesn't knock me out, because I do not want to be awake for the surgery. But I remember as they wheeled me into the procedure room, they put the mask over my face and they just told me to, you know, take really deep breaths, and I was out. Literally, I was out. I don't remember a thing. I kept thinking maybe I'll have really cool dreams. It's gonna feel like a long time. I don't remember anything besides waking up back in the place where they were getting me ready, and it was just as if nothing had happened, and the surgery was all done.
Here's Nicole, fully recovered, ready to go dance. Well, maybe not.
So that part wasn't as freaky, and truly the whole surgery went by so fast. I was so shocked.
Night 1 was good. I can't really move when I sleep. And I think the block's wearing off, so my knee hurts now. But no complaints. I can still wiggle my toes, but like the back of my knee hurts really bad, almost like it's stuck. I'm gonna see if I can get up here.
When I was thinking about the recovery, I was only really focused on the exercises and how I was gonna get my knee functional again, and I never thought about how my diet and what I ate would play a role in the healing process. And so in this video, I wanna share with you guys foods that you should eat and foods that you should avoid and try not to eat to have the best surgery recovery possible. Now, obviously, the things that I tell you to avoid and not eat, it's not like you can't have any of those things. I'm just saying that if you don't eat them, you'll probably be better off, and you can really help aid in your healing process and make it go quicker or better, and be on a faster track to recovery if you eat certain foods. So when you're recovering from surgery, the main focus is getting the inflammation down. When I first got back from my surgery, my knee was huge. Everything was inflamed, everything was swollen. I had to take these anti-inflammatory pills. I'm still taking the anti-inflammatory pills. They tell you to prop up your leg like the whole day and keep ice packs on it all the time to get the inflammation down. But another thing you can do to help with inflammation is eating anti-inflammatory foods. There's a lot of foods out there that are pro-inflammatory. I had no idea, but as I started reading this list, it made so much sense why you should not eat these foods. Things that are pro-inflammatory are tomatoes, chili peppers, any kind of bell pepper, poblanos, jalapenos, Basically every kind of pepper you should not eat. White potatoes, tobacco is also very harmful. And then spices, chili powder, curry, paprika, even ketchup and Tabasco or hot sauce. Those are really, really inflammatory foods that you want to avoid because it's just gonna keep that inflammation in the spot that you're trying to heal. When it comes to grains, no wheat, barley, rye, or regular oats of any kind. You wanna make sure your oats are gluten-free. Stick to quinoa, brown rice, and basmati rice. Again, this doesn't have to be for forever. You don't have to cut these out completely, but it's advisable to stick to things that are gluten-free to keep the inflammation down. Okay, this one I thought was really crazy because I never thought of this being inflammatory, but peanuts. All nuts are acceptable except for peanuts. For some reason, peanuts are very pro-inflammatory, and so you want to avoid peanut butter and peanuts of any kind. If you're eating nuts, it's best to eat raw organic nuts. Even though they're allowed, you want to make sure that you're not overeating nuts because they contain a lot of polyunsaturated fats. And if you get too much of that in overconsumption in your diet, then that actually can be pro-inflammatory. So just stick to a single serving of nuts a day and try not to go too far beyond that. Okay, so you're probably wondering, well, what can I eat? Well, here is the list, and here are some food items that are anti-inflammatory. These are things that are going to help aid in getting that inflammation down. For protein, you have turkey, bacon, chicken sausage, egg whites, eggs, cod, salmon, halibut, lamb, all those proteins. Great. Fruits. Okay, as yummy as fruit is, and yes, it's healthy, you want to eat fruit very sparingly because it does have a high sugar content and it's also a starchier carb. And so too much starch can actually be pro-inflammatory. So with fruits, you want to focus on berries. Do strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, and try to stick to 1, maybe 2 servings a day. I'm the worst at this because I could eat blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, applesauce all day long, when really I should just focus to 1 serving in the morning, maybe 1 at lunch, and then nothing beyond that. You can also use apples or pears sparingly, but focus on berries because those are the most anti-inflammatory. Vegetables, all of them are great. Most all of them are anti-inflammatory except for the starchier carbs like white potatoes, corn. Those should not be consumed during this healing process. And then again, the ones I listed before. If you choose to consume legumes, I would consider only eating a very limited amount per day. Be sure to soak them in water for 48 to 72 hours and then cook them fully. If you're using a canned version, make sure you get organic and make sure it's just the beans in the water. You want to wash them and then heat them until they're fully cooked. Whoa, okay, so that's probably a lot of crazy, confusing information. I didn't do a ton of research before I had ACL surgery because I have a really high pain tolerance, so a lot of the things that people say hurt really bad don't really hurt me. One thing I attribute it to, I don't know if this is true or not, but y'all, I'm convinced, is collagen. About midway through my first week, I was really struggling and my knee hurt really bad. I still couldn't walk. It was really swollen and I was starting to get very frustrated. And then one morning my dad made me tea and put collagen in it. And then 2 days later, so I did it for 3 days. 2 days later, I woke up and I was able to walk out of my bed. Not very far, like I just walked straight into the living room and sat down on the chair, but I walked. The only thing I've done differently is added collagen to my tea. It makes so much sense because I feel like with collagen, everybody focuses on, oh, your hair, your skin, your nails, it's great for that. But it also helps your joints, and your ACL is one of the biggest joints, tendons, I don't know if that's true, but it's a big joint in your knee. And so I'm pretty sure when I was drinking that tea, all the collagen was going straight to my knee. I don't know if this is the magic potion, maybe it is, but I will just say that I was struggling before I took the collagen and now I'm walking. So take that for what it's worth. I've always stood by collagen. I love it. I've been taking it for over 3 years, and this has just convinced me even more that it's the best stuff on the planet. The kind of collagen I use is from a company called Further Food. They're amazing. They're women founded. I love them. I'll put the link to their website down here in the comments below, and I also have a code that you can use to get you a discount. So if you are about to go through ACL surgery, or if you have, or maybe you just have really icky joints, give collagen a try because I'm literally telling you, 3 days of me taking collagen in my tea and I'm walking without crutches. I texted a friend who had ACL surgery a while ago and she said it was a month before she was able to walk off crutches. So something's happening over here. One really fun part about being injured and having a torn ACL is getting to drive those little carts at the grocery store. I actually felt pretty weird, but it was so much fun. I've always wanted to do that. You know, when you're a kid, you wish you could like hop in and go ride around, and I got to do that this week. My mom was determined to keep me active during this recovery, so even though I couldn't work out my legs, we did some arm workouts. We got those dumbbells out and she used some cans and we just did some arm workouts straight from the chair. Like I said in the beginning, I was really dreading this whole process of coming home and getting surgery and being out for a month and feeling like it was just gonna totally screw up my plans. But truly, I've been really grateful for this season because for the last, I don't know how many years, I really haven't had an opportunity just to be still and have a reason to rest and to not strive and to kind of reflect and process all these things that have happened in my life. And I'm going through this really awesome inner healing journey of just realizing things I've thought or things that I've believed about myself or about my future that aren't true and that have actually limited me and held me back from reaching my fullest potential and actually doing what I feel like I'm called to do. And I feel like I'm finally peeling back these layers of my identity that don't belong. And it's allowing me to go deeper and root and ground myself in truth so that when I grow up, I don't break. This has been one of the most restful, rejuvenating, and just restorative times I think I've had in a long time. And it's funny that I had to be physically injured in order for that to happen. So if there's one thing I could take away from this, is just to take more time to sit in the quiet and in the awkwardness, just to listen and reflect and heal. Because if you keep pushing forward, you'll never heal. I'm really excited to be healed. I'm even more excited for the future and for this next season and all the new opportunities that are coming. I would love to hear your thoughts. Are you having ACL surgery? Did you just have it done? Are you just watching this video because you like me and have nothing to do with ACL surgery? I don't care what it is. I love it and I want to know your story. So please comment below whether or not you've gone through this process, maybe something else that helped you in recovery that could help me, or any other things that you'd love to see on this channel. I love hearing your ideas and you guys inspire me so much. So thank you so much for watching today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so you can be the first to see my new videos. And in the meantime, you can find me on Instagram at Nicole the Nomad. Thanks so much for watching this week. We'll see you next time.